Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do my beauty bank update. I feel like I literally just filmed this and I'm filming it again. This month went by really fast. A lot of it was spent with my parents, so it just flew by, and I don't know how I've been able to get another month down, but yeah, here we are. And I'm not doing that great with my no buy, low buy. I mean, it's not even a no buy at this point. All right, so let's get into my numbers from last month. I ended the month on a negative 5.5. I had a lot of actual pans. I hit 7 pans last month, but I brought in a lot of makeup. It was mostly all from GlossGods. I did a big order from GlossGods, and whenever I buy a palette, that is usually 2 points instead of 1 point. So I did end up buying a lot of palettes from GlossGods, and I got a bundle as well. So I got a little few extra, like a liquid eyeliners. So that brought all of my points into the negative. But I was still able to obviously hit all the pans that I hit last month and still roll out, I think, 1 makeup item. So it kind of balanced it out, and I still ended the month on a negative, but it wasn't like a huge negative. So I was at negative 5.5. Now, here's the thing, because this month has gone by so fast, and because I have not been wearing that much makeup at all, I don't even think I've worn it 20 times this month. And so, you know, I think I've only worn, yeah, I think it's definitely been less than 20 days I've worn my makeup. And so, you know, I have just not been able to hit as many pans this month. And honestly, my focus hasn't really been there to do that either. I've just been enjoying life. Not that I don't enjoy hitting pan or anything like that, but if I'm not wearing makeup, it's not going to happen. So I have less pans to share this month, for one thing. I do have 2 makeup items that I finished, which I'm really pleased with. And yeah, maybe let's just start with them. So I finished the Figs in Rouge primer. This one, it was something that I got in a beauty box a couple years ago now, and I finally finished it. It just was in my primer collection. I think you could have probably used it as a skincare item, but for me it was a primer. It kind of is supposed to help with your pores and everything like that. I don't think it did anything, but I finished it. It was a really easy primer to use. The consistency wasn't too thick, and yeah, it was nice. It wasn't super greasy or anything like that. So to be honest, it was okay. I wouldn't buy it again though, because I don't think it did anything. But I finished that one, and I also finished my So Dope from Makeup Obsession setting spray. This one I got free with purchase a few years ago when I did an order of Makeup Revolution, because surprise, surprise, I actually never tried Makeup Revolution until I started my channel and I did a full face of Makeup Revolution, and this came with that haul, and I finally now finished it. It's like 3 years later, almost 3 years later, but it smelled fine. It was still working fine. In terms of a spray, like an actual setting mist, it actually has a really nice mister. So I might keep the bottle, but it is completely done. I had it in my project pan and I have now finished it. So yeah, this one is the Makeup Fixing Spray with Cannabis Sativa. I actually kind of liked it. I don't mind. It's called the So Dope. I don't even know if they still have this. Probably not. If they were giving it away, they might have just had a lot of stock and they were giving away. But anyway, I finished that one. So those are 2 points that I am able to add back in to my beauty bank. So that will take me at a negative 3.5. Woohoo! Let's go over the pans that I've hit this month. One of them might be slightly cheating, so just let me know. But none of them are eyeshadows. I've hit pan in 2 face products. I haven't hit any eyeshadow pans this month so far. So yeah, my updates for next month are gonna be pretty bad. Hey, so it's me again. I was just editing that video and I realized I didn't include an eyeshadow pan that I hit in my Zodiac Panner this month. It's just been one of those months where I just don't remember what's going on. So I actually did hit pan in this Nova shade. So my points on this video are all wrong. I will put up on the screen, I'll correct it throughout the video, but I did have 1 eyeshadow pan that I finished, which would be another like half a point to add to my point system. So yay, Yay! I do have one to add. It's not as bad as I thought. I did hit one eyeshadow pan. But anyway, back to the video. But anyway, let's get into it. So I actually did hit another pan in my Belgian waffle. I know I spoke about this, I think, last time, but I was trying to hit pan in this bronzer right here, and you could see I actually have hit pan. You can see one of the lines now is showing. Hopefully you can see that, but I hit pan I want to say like 3 or 4 days ago. I didn't know it was going to happen, and then I've used it again since. It's a tiny itty bitty baby pan, but it is a pan, so I do not care. I've hit pan in this. I actually have 2 pans in here now, which is really cool, and they were both from my 50 Shades of Yellow / Gold update, so that's a little bit of a spoiler. The next one is the one that I think is a little bit of a cheat, because I've hit pan in my cream highlighter again. So this was depotted into the e.l.f. Electric Mood Quad. This is not an e.l.f. Highlighter, because I've already finished the one in here. This is from my Deli Plus Bomb Bomb highlighter, and I did hit pan in that last year, and it was in a completely different compact. And then I just felt like, oh, let me put it in this compact since I'm working on this. And I hit pan in it again. So it is a second pan of this product. I feel like it's not cheating though, because when I put the product into this pan, it was completely full. You would have seen that a few months ago. You can go back and check my videos. And you can see I've been using it. So I hope that that's not cheating, that I'm counting this as a pan, even though I've technically already hit pan in this item, just not in this particular pan size, if that makes sense. It's like a repan. Do they exist, the repans? I'm counting it. So anyway, whatever. So my pans count as half a point. Unfortunately, they do not count as a full point, because obviously I haven't finished the product. So that's only 1 point that I'm adding back into my collection. So I'm at a negative 2.5. Woohoo! All right, let's get into what I brought into my collection. If you are familiar with the videos that I've been posting the last couple of weeks, you would have already seen what I brought in, because I've already shown you. And unfortunately, they are all palettes. There are 2 eyeshadow palettes here and then 2 cheek palettes. I'm counting all of my palettes as 2 points each. And so I'm not going to get the positive, because I brought in so many items this month, unfortunately. But yeah, let's get into it. So I did an order for P. Louise. I bought their budget box back in April, and I think it was right at the end of April. It might have been the beginning of May, but I think it was April, and I did wait a long time to receive it. It was stuck in customs for a long time. I had to pay extra to get it out of customs. I just think I'm going to stop buying from the UK, because it's honestly killing my bank account. I just do not want to do that. I might pay double the amount of the actual like package itself. It's like a 36 or 38 euro package, and my customs was like 27 pounds. I was like, no. It was not a good moment, but I didn't want to like not get the package. But anyway, so the budget box is basically a mystery box, and I've never tried P. Louise before. I didn't know what to expect, which items I was going to get. She does have a lot of smaller items, so I thought maybe I'll get, I don't know, one of the eyeshadow bases, or maybe if I got a palette, one of the small palettes, because the palettes that I got were, I think, the biggest products that she has. So I got 2 cheap products. I got this one, which is the Geo 1000 If Your Dreams Don't Scare You, They're All Too Small. It is a highlighter palette, and it has 8 highlighters in it, so that is quite substantial. Really beautiful, to be honest. I've done a look, and you can see the video. I've used all these if you want to have a look at it, but yeah, it's just the packaging that kind of worries me. And then I got this one, which is a blush palette. This is my first blush. And this one also has 8 blush in there, and I was talking out of my ass basically, and just like guessing maybe this was a Valentine's thing, but apparently these 2 products are pretty brand new and they just launched, so that's pretty cool. And actually they're all nice. They're really nice. I didn't have any issues with working with them at all. The only thing is, you know, I'm not a huge pink blush person, so it's really this bottom row that I'm mostly interested in. However, you know, there's a few like unique shades in here, and I did declutter pretty much all of my pink blush, so now I have them all back. So yeah, at least I have them if I need them. And yeah, the highlighters are really nice. The palette though is not new. The palette was, I think, launched right at the end of 2022 because it is the Blend Away palette. It's basically blend the year away. It's like a goodbye 2022, hello 2023, you know, theme palette. And it's enormous. It's the biggest palette I have in my collection. It's got 50 shades in here. 50. It took me so long. I have a spreadsheet where I put all of the shade names that I have, and it took me a long time to write this all in my Excel spreadsheet, but it's fine, it's all there. And I also color code it too. I don't know if anybody does that, but I color code my spreadsheet. So if it's like a brown, I literally go in and I highlight the row brown. I'm a Virgo, okay? I like to do things like this. I like to waste my time organizing things that don't matter, but it doesn't matter anyway. So this one was enormous. In reality, you know, is it fair for me to count this only as 2 points? This technically should be maybe 10 points deducted, but I didn't know I was gonna get such a huge eyeshadow palette. I didn't even know I was gonna get palettes from her. So, you know, it was a gamble, and did it pay off? To be honest, all of the quality of all of these products are really beautiful and nice, and I do say that in my video. It's just the packaging is so huge and bulky. It's cute, but it's not my preference. And I know it's for like collectors and things like that, so I appreciate that, I understand that, but I'm not a collector. I was just trying it, so I don't know. To be fair though, the budget box, like in terms of like the price point, it was such a good price for what you get, because the value of these three alone are over £100 or like 100 euros. And the box I told you was less than 40 euros. So huge, huge savings there if I didn't have to pay for customs. But still, even paying for customs, I still ended up saving money as opposed to if I just bought all of these individually, if that makes sense. So anyway, I got those 3 items from P. Louise, and then I did do an order for Urdan's Eye. They have been releasing a lot of palettes that have been catching my eye, and I've been saying, no, I'm not going to do it. But I did get the Jewels and Gem palette because this one I just thought, oh, it's so beautiful, and everyone keeps telling me to try it again. So I actually did a recent video and I did try it again, and it's really beautiful. The color story is absolutely stunning. I'm not disappointed. I just don't think that the shimmers, like, I don't think Urdan's Eye shimmers are my favorite shimmers to use, but I think that's just the way it is, and I'll just leave it as that. So I did do a video. You can have a look at my video. I did a really pretty look. I thought it was quite pretty. And yeah, I haven't used all the shades in here yet, but I'm very pleased with this palette. Did I need it? No, I did not need it, but I'm actually happy that it's in my collection, so yeah. Okay, so that is basically 8 points deducted from my beauty bank, and that leaves me at a negative 10.5 now. So things are getting a little bit serious. I think when I was at -5 or 6 or whatever, you know, I was like, okay, that's not the best, but it's not the worst. Negative 10.5, I'm completely failing. So I do know that I've always said that I'm going to try Sydney Grace, and everybody keeps telling me, we'll do the Christmas in July sale because that's a good sale, and obviously that is coming up. So I can't tell you like to your face that I'm not going to buy something for the Sydney Grace sale. I might not, but I also might. I'm also just kind of not, I don't care if I buy something, if I'm being completely honest, because it does, at this point, is bringing me joy. I am obviously doing my project pans. I'm just being a little bit more relaxed these last like few months. Like the first what was it, 4 or 5 months of the year I wasn't really buying anything, and if I was, it was like little things, and I was still in the positive because I started this project, I want to say it was October or November, and I started like at base 1, like no points whatsoever, and it was just based on the pans that I was hitting that month, the products that I was finishing, and if it was going up or down, and I was always going on the up in the positive, down or up a little bit, but I was still like well within the positive because I just wasn't buying that much makeup. And you know what, if I don't feel like buying makeup, I'm not going to buy it. But I think the last couple months, you know, the P. Louise one really hurt me. If I hadn't got that, I would have just got this palette, and that wouldn't have been such a huge deal because I would have had, what, negative 2.5 minus another 2, that would have been a negative 4.5, and that would have been great, right? But because I did, my curiosity got the best of me, and I was like, I've never tried P. Louise. Ooh, they have a budget box, I'm gonna get it. I got it, and you know what, I'm not mad about it. I really am not. I'm kind of like disappointed that, oh, you know what, if I had got like maybe smaller items, I would have been a little bit happier. But the items that I did get are actually really nice quality, so I can't fault it that much. I just felt a little bit like, oh my gosh, this is enormous. These products are enormous. So that's the only thing that kind of brought me a little bit of anxiety, because, you know, I do like to have pans in my eyeshadows and use all my eyeshadows and do no pan left behind. So that 50 pan palette does kind of worry me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. However, it is what it is, it's fine. And I don't know, I just want to like put it out there in the universe that you know, this might be disappointing to some of you who are watching me, and maybe I have been motivating you not to spend anything or anything like that. But at the same time, I'm not going to hold myself prisoner. If I want to buy something, I'm going to buy something. And I do kind of feel like I don't really want to buy anything at the moment. I'm not doing as much like window shopping online. I would do that all the time. And I think maybe that's the problem. Like I did that for months and months on end. And then suddenly I just bought. And now I'm like, I don't need to. So it might go in a cycle. I know the Sydney Grey sale is coming up, but do I honestly need it? I do want to try the formula, but maybe this year's not the year to do it. I don't really know. There's not really one specific palette that I would want to buy, and I'm not entirely sure if I want to buy singles either. So that's something that I want to try eventually, but I don't know if it's something I have to try in the next month. So we'll see. I might change my mind. I might be online and I might do it and say something completely different. But I know if I do buy anything there, I probably won't get it till the end of August anyway. So what does it matter? By the time I get it, maybe I can get my points up. I don't know. But anyway, I think my main focus for me is just to continue hitting pan on all my eyeshadow. I really need to focus on eyeshadow again. I got out of the swing of it. I'm getting back into the swing of it, wearing makeup more. So yeah, need to get back in the swing of that. And also just finishing more makeup items. I really have tried to add items that I want to finish in my project pans, but you know, it's not getting there. So that one is, yeah, that's something that I still need to work on. But anyway, I'm happy. I'm okay. Even though I'm like on a negative, I don't feel that bad about it. And if I don't buy anything for Sydney Grace, I don't think I'll buy anything for the next month. And surely my points will slowly start growing because I usually have a pan or two every month. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll see. And yeah, there's nothing out there that I need. I bought a bunch of foundations a few months ago. I got too much eyeshadow that I can do anything with, and I've got plenty of face products, so there's not really anything for me to buy in terms of replacement either. So anyway, that is my update for my beauty bank. Hopefully it is not a huge disappointment. I am not disappointed, but I can understand why it might be a little bit like, that's useless. But anyway, hope you're all well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.